Hi, I'm Doug with Hose Solutions. We manufacture a product called WellHose. It's used to hang a submersible pump in a water well, and today I'm going to show you a few simple techniques on how to do that.
Okay, the first technique, we're actually going to install the pump by hand. Since WellHose is lightweight and easy to maneuver, just simply place the pump into the well and lower it in by hand. It's as simple as that, quick, easy, and efficient. "100 feet of 1.25 inches, done in less than 5 minutes. Okay, now we're going to remove the pump so we can show you a different technique. Removing the pump by hand is just as easy as it is putting it in by hand. Again, the removal process is less than 5 minutes. The second technique we're going to do is a horizontal installation. This method is used for when you're doing your deeper sets, say from 150 to 300 feet. When it might be too heavy to do by hand, you could do this horizontal method. This particular rolling wheel we just made with parts we bought at a local hardware store. All it is a guide to make sure the hose doesn't rub on the casing on the way into the well. So once the pump is hanging, Doug's going to place the vehicle in drive and just let the weight of the pump pull it into the well. Once it gets to the end, he's just going to unhook the tow strap from the front of the quad and set it in by hand.
So now that we've shown you how to install your submersible pump, let me show you how to connect the well hose to the pump.
The first thing you're going to do is screw in the fitting to the pump. It's just a standard NPT thread, so it should screw right into your pump. Once you have the fitting tightened, the next thing you're going to do, you're going to roll out your hose so we can attach the hose to the male end. When you're sliding the hose over the male end, you want to make sure the rib is on the opposite side of where the wires are coming out of the submersible pump. Now we're going to attach our 3-piece rings. All you need to do this is an Allen key. When you're tightening the 3-piece rings, you want to make sure with the glass reinforced nylon fittings not to over tighten them. You also want to make sure the rib of the well hose is not in the gap space. You also want to make sure that the gap spaces are even. Now when you're adding your second ring, you want to offset the gap spaces. Again, you want to make sure the gap spaces are even. Now it's time to splice the power cable. Follow your manufacturer instructions. Splice kits are readily available online or at your local pump supplier. Okay, so now we're wired up. Now it's time to tie down the power cable. The first thing you're going to want to do is run your cable straps every 12 feet through the open spaces provided on the rib of the well hose. Once all your cable straps are set in place, you're going to want to roll the hose over and you're going to want to attach the power cable to the opposite side of the rib. It's very important that you tie the power cable to the opposite side of the rib. When you tie the power cable down to the well hose, you want to use a standard clove hitch tie. There are instructional videos online on how to tie a clove hitch tie. There is a 3% stretch in the hose, so we recommend 5% slack in the power cable. The best way to measure out the slack in the power cable is to lay a piece of 6-inch PVC pipe over the hose as you're tying the power cable down. And you want to continue that all the way down the length of the hose to give you the proper slack in the power cable. Okay, once your power cable is secure and your wellhead is assembled, it's time to add the fitting onto the wellhead. Again, it's a standard NPT thread, so it should thread right into your wellhead. You slide the hose over the male end on the fitting just like we did above the pump. It's the same exact installation process as we showed you earlier. You tighten the 3-piece rings with an Allen key. Mind your gap space and just remember to offset the gaps when you're securing the 3-piece rings at the wellhead. Okay, once your power cable's attached and your wellhead's secure, now you're ready to install the pump.
Thanks for watching. We look forward to helping you out with your well.